In today's video, we're going to be talking to you guys about why you may not be making progress in the gym for a few very simple reasons. 3 reasons to be exact, and we're going to dive right into them on the whiteboard coming up. Many of you are spending a lot of hours in the gym. Maybe you're wondering why you're not progressing. Well, I'm going to give you guys 3 take-home points today that I want you guys to think about. Now, maybe some of you may fall in one of these categories, but regardless, these are going to be 3 main things that I think each and every person who watches this could likely change just a little bit to make sure they're getting the most out of their training sessions. So I'm going to start out number 1 by telling you guys a story. The other day I was in the gym and I was supposed to go in and do RDLs, right? And I go in and I'm doing the barbell RDLs, and that day I just wasn't really feeling all that great, and I got up to 225, 275, 315, and I'm like, all right, this is good, I'm going to stop here. And then I remembered, no, William, you're logging every single lift that you do, every single bread and butter lift that you're doing. You are documenting that so you can ensure that you're getting stronger over the course of time. Voila, I open up my phone and what do you know? I hit 355 for 5 reps. Of course, I have to beat that. So the number 1 thing is that most people are not making progress because you're not logging your workouts. If you at least log something, let's just say as an example, if you go in for an upper body day and your first exercise is a chest supported high row, because in my opinion it probably should be, because most people have overdeveloped anterior deltoids and underdeveloped rear deltoids, then let's say, for instance, that's your bread and butter exercise for your upper back. So we're going to want to log that. We're going to want to log that either in the phone, in a notebook, write it down, whatever you need to do. If you hit, let's just say, for instance, if you hit 100 pounds for 3 sets of 10, the next time you go in to hit that 3 sets of 10 again, we either A, need to keep the weight the same, whether that be 100 pounds, and we can go 10 reps, 10 reps, 11 reps, so at least you're progressing in some fashion. Or if it was easy and you can mark it as being easy utilizing an RPE scale, you can then just go ahead and take that load from 100 possibly up to 105, or just increase by 5 pounds on your final set. All of those are methods of progression that you can utilize as a means to make sure that you are increasing your load, increasing time under tension, increasing your volume over time. Now, volume is not an infinite tool. It cannot just be infinitely increased into oblivion, but it's a good marker for progress. So moving on into the next one, it's going to be, you are more concerned with your damn outfit and your clothes you're wearing in the gym and your social media instead of your training session and actually making some progress. So resorting back to the first one, you're not logging. Most people don't want to lift the really heavy weights. Like, let's just keep it real, unless you are somebody who really enjoys lifting really heavy and just beating the crap out of yourself. Chances are you have days when you go into the gym and that number on the bar, the number you're supposed to do, might intimidate you. You might see 500 pounds, you'd be like you get a little bit nervous, you know what I mean? It's like getting ready for the preparation of a game and you're about to play a game. And every time you lift, when you get really strong, it's like going into a game zone kind of situation. And when you're in that type of game zone situation, most people don't really care what they look like when they're lifting weights, or what kind of clothes they're wearing, or making sure that they document it for Instagram or for YouTube or for social media. So what I've seen a lot lately, probably within the last 2 or 3 years, is that there's a lot of people that are very concerned with what they look like in the gym, and then making sure that they're always filming and always documenting and things like that. Now, keep in mind that if you do own like a coaching business or something like that, I'm actually about to start a documentation process as well. I'm going to be documenting my training, but it's just basically setting up my tripod, I hit record, I do my set, and I'm not Instagram storing it and having fun when I'm trying to focus on a set. It's just more so documenting it for you guys so that I can create some educational content for all of you. But again, are you more concerned with your gym outfit and are you more concerned with your Instagram than you are actually trying to make sure that we're doing this, logging the workout, making sure that you're progressing over the course of time? Number 3, you are not turning off everything outside of the gym when you go into the gym. So as an example, I've been going to a gym here locally in town, and I see tons of people that they are constantly checking their phones for whatever the reason is. If any of you see me in the gym, probably over the last month or so, I've been utilizing the Notes app in my phone so that I can track all of my workouts and all of that. But most people are responding to text messages, answering DMs, liking images on Instagram, you know, sending emails, like whatever it is. And this can drastically take away from you being able to progress in the gym. So what I would urge you to think about is, if you are serious about trying to progress in the gym, you want to make sure that you're doing yourself a quality service of showing up here so that you can actually make progress and you're not distracted, because psychological stress or anything that you're dealing with outside of the gym at that moment in time is not going to help you when you're in the gym. If anything, it's going to be a hindrance, because your brain utilizes glucose in the same fashion as your muscles utilize glucose when you're training. So whatever it is, life, family, work, client work, etc., whatever those things are, just try to do your best to block that out. Something that I have found to be very, very beneficial when it comes to making sure that your mindset is right when you're going into the gym is actually going through a series of muscular activations where, you know, you're basically just either lying down or you're sitting down, and you're basically kind of just tuning things out, you're stretching, you're activating, and you're going through a series of these things just to make sure that I'm preparing myself for the workout. What I oftentimes see with a lot of people who have a lot on their plate, right? They're stressed out, everything's in a rush. Maybe they only got 20, 30 minutes, 45 minutes to get a workout in, and they just completely skip the warm-ups, they skip the activations, and they just go straight over to the weights and they grab the weights. Whereas they go from being in a stress state from work, and then they're going to applying more stress to the tissues without activating the tissues, without having any form of neurological connection from the brain to the muscle. And this is typically where I see a lot of injuries happen. So again, guys, just take a little bit of time, warm up before your workouts, drown out the noise, and I can guarantee you that if you can start doing these three things, I can guarantee you that your training performance in the gym will increase. So those are 3 tips to help you optimize your training performance that is not inside of nutrition and not necessarily inside of all of the different programming principles that are out in the evidence-based space right now. So I appreciate you guys. This is just Coach Will thinking a little bit outside of the box. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Again, my name is William Grazione with Metabolic Evolution. If this video interests you, consider subscribing to the channel. Leave any comments or suggestions down in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.